Today we're investigating case number 000908452B. The incident occurred on March 12, 2017. The reporting officer was myself. My name is Amber McLeod, and the police report was prepared by myself. The type of incident was unclear at the beginning of the investigation. We were not ruling out potential homicide, however, it could have been possibly incited by natural causes having no foul play. Those involved are Justin Justice, who was the person who found the deceased. The deceased was Shane McLeod. He was identified through an ID that we found in his trousers. The detail of the event. The body was discovered on March 12, 2017 during a warm spell, causing the snow to melt away and unearthing the body. Shane McLeod's body was well preserved due to the frigid temperatures of the winter months and was covered, keeping animals from scavenging the remains and causing real decomposition. The date Shane had died would be revealed following the autopsy, as the body is believed to have been there for some period of time. The estimated time of death falls between a 5-month window, as the person who found Shane, the Justin Justice, the farmer, doesn't check his land from end of November all the way until March, because they don't start growing until May. The location of the incident is 2800 Hemingway Avenue, Mount Morris, Michigan. It is believed that Shane McLeod had wandered off from his residence and had gotten lost and died of hypothermia and heart failure. The missing persons report was issued January 10, 2017 for Shane McLeod, who again was the victim, a 72-year-old male with stage 4 dementia. He is believed to have left his residency approximately 2 miles west of Justin's farm and forgot how to get home. The week Shane went missing, the temperature plummeted to a mere 2 degrees Fahrenheit. There are no witnesses during this time of crisis, only people who had last seen him or the farmer Justin Justice, who had discovered the body. This is very crucial to our investigation. Beth Ann was the last person to see Shane McLeod alive. She's the caretaker. She's seen him approximately around 6:15. She wrote in her witness statement, doing a routine check that she does every evening. She came the next day and he was not home. They had no trace of where he had went, other than the front door was open and they seen some footprints outside. They believe that he wandered off. On January 10th, they filed a missing persons report. I had Beth Ann Wilson and Justin Justice write statements about what had happened in the last time they seen him. The actions taken. Interviewed Justin Justice, who believed he isn't responsible for the crime, but had decided to question him further to be sure to exert all possible avenues. He agreed and answered all of our questions without hesitation and was very cooperative. The autopsy report came back that was issued as for the deceased Shane McLeod had died from hypothermia and his body shutting down due to a combination of heart problems and frigid temperatures. We also collected the missing persons report that was filed for Shane on January 10, 2017. The results came back in the middle of our second interview. We also had Beth Ann's statements on file and Justin's, along with the missing persons report. So our witnesses, we decided to use, like I said, Beth Ann Wilson and Justin Justice. Not only was Justin a witness, but a suspect as well. We had a gut feeling that he wasn't involved in the crime in any way, but had to exert all avenues and make sure he wasn't trying to mislead us and try to point the blame somewhere else. After a series of interviews and somewhat like an interrogation, and getting the autopsy report, we had decided that he was completely innocent. Ethical principles. We try to do this as ethical as possible. We were very courteous and had a good rapport with Justin. We it was kind of an informal first interview. The second one was very formal, but we by no means got pushy or made him feel like he was suspected of anything in any way. We tried to make it feel like he was helping us solve this crime. During a interview, their Miranda rights do not have to be read to them during an interrogation. However, it does, especially if they ask for a lawyer once they feel that they are being suspected of anything. However, we made Justin feel comfortable and that he wasn't suspected. We never let on that we were suspecting him of anything because we knew that he really wasn't the culprit. It was just natural causes. We just did it to cover our tracks. We gathered the police. We have our initial police report, which I had written. We also have our interviews with Shane, the first interview. With Justin. And then I have the first interview here with all the different questions we had asked. And then our second interview was more like an interrogation because we had some suspicion just to exert all avenues. Again, we did not think he was responsible, but just had to be 100% sure. Again, this is the interview that we did with our questions. These questions on what had happened. I started to talk about slowly about his farm and what he grows, and how often he tends to his farm, and if he knew the victim Shane, and he had admitted that they didn't really know each other. They'd seen each other at church or said hello passing by on the streets, but being a farmer, he's very busy and likes to keep to himself. I have my original police report as well. Just figured I'd show that to you if you can see this at all. That's the first page of the report that I had done. And then the second page of the report, of the initial report. It was concluded that the victim, Shane McCleave, again had died from heart failure and hypothermia because of the frigid temperatures after wandering off from his home due to health problems. No one is suspected of any foul play, and this will be ruled as an accident of death. Unfortunately, these things happen. It is very sad, and my condolences go out to him and his family. But Justin is cleared of all accounts, and hopefully we can keep accidents like this from happening, and we can just keep a better eye on those that have dementia and just make sure they're kept track of at all times. That concludes my report.